When I was growing up, if one of us grandchildren truly misbehaved, my grandmother would shout Yisachmatik, which literally means may he turn you into a Sekhmet. Well, in case you don't know, Sekhmet in ancient Egyptian mythology was the lioness headed goddess of war and destruction. Hello, and welcome to Storytellers and Alchemists, where we re enchant the world one story at a time. I am Amira, and today I will tell you about an ancient Egyptian myth. According to the myth, long ago, when people's heart grew arrogant and ungrateful, Ra, the ancient Egyptian sun god, created Sekhmet to teach humanity their lesson. Sekhmet was a goddess of destruction. She embodied fierce, unrestrained power. She descended on earth like a storm. Her roar split mountains, her breath scorched fields. She tore through villages, teeth and claws drenched in blood. Humanity trembled before her. She was the divine wrath sent to burn away corruption. But Sekhmet's rage did not stop. Blood called for more blood. Her fury threatened to devour everything, everyone. And Ra saw this and grieved. If she continued, nothing would remain. So he devised a plan to subdue her. He had vats of beer dyed red and poured across the land to resemble blood. From a distance, the fields shone scarlet, and Sekhmet pounced, thinking it was the lifeblood of her prey. She drank and drank and drank. Her jaws softened, her eyes grew heavy, her body swayed, and her anger softened. Her fury dissolved into intoxicated peacefulness. The beer lulled her into sleep, and in that soft surrender, she was transformed into Hathor. Hathor is a goddess of love, music, fertility, and joy. So, if you see, Sekhmet and Hathor are not opposites. They are not two separate entities, but two faces of the same truth. One fierce, one gentle. One burns away illusion and corruption, and the other nurtures what is real. They are two expressions of the same force: fire and tenderness, power and mercy, destruction and nourishment. Together, they reveal something essential. Wholeness is not choosing either or, it is learning to hold both. Without fire, we tolerate injustice. Without love, we become cruel. Wholeness does not mean choosing one or the other. It means carrying both, knowing when to roar and when to sing. I guess my grandmother, Yisachmatik, may he turn you into a Sekhmet, this sharp expression when we misbehaved as children wasn't mere sarcasm or a dramatic frustration flung at unruly little ones. Maybe it was an invocation for transformation. To be turned into a Sekhmet is not simply to become wild or vengeful. It is to awaken the sacred fire within, to confront injustice and abuse, to burn through falsehood in order to see the truth. Without balance, that fire can consume us. Without the softening, the intoxication of divine love that humbles and grounds us, we risk becoming lost in the very power we summon or the very tyranny we're trying to destroy. Sekhmet is righteous anger, the raw power, but also the danger of unrestrained emotions. Hathor is the return, the soothing balm of compassion, beauty, and the redemptive force of love. Both embody the divine cycle of purification and renewal. We need to balance fury with tenderness, justice with mercy, action with stillness, and know that what seems like divine destruction always carries a seed of the potential transformation into divine mercy. To reclaim our story, the heart must learn to see with two eyes. In our Western education, we are used to the eye of reason. It organizes, redefines things, structures, analyzes, rationalizes. It draws distinction. It thinks in either or. It is necessary. Without it, the world becomes chaotic. But there is a second eye, the eye of imagination. Imagination does not mean fantasy in the shallow sense or mere entertainment. It is the capacity to perceive meaning, symbol, connection. It sees both and to see love in the cruelest of hearts and peace in the midst of despair. The eye of imagination is comfortable with ambiguity, with paradox, with bewilderment. Without imagination, the world becomes mechanical, flat, boring, even angry, reduced to function, to numbers and statistics. Reason without imagination becomes rigid and inflexible. Imagination without reason becomes wild, impractical, maybe naive and vulnerable at times. To see with two eyes is to make peace with paradox, to learn to live with ambiguity, and allow this bewilderment, not confusion, to open doors for deeper meaning. The world becomes enchanted again. It becomes meaningful again. Until we meet again, may the stories you encounter guide you back to the quiet wisdom within.